Hello students, welcome to my class on computer graphics. Today I will discuss 3D projection. I am Shravani Kundu, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. After completion of this lecture, you will be able to understand the concept of 3D projection along with the different types of projection, and you will be able to understand why we need the projection. Now, there are, as you know, there are two coordinate systems. One is called the world coordinate system and second one is the viewport coordinate system. So all the coordinate system can be categorized. So our coordinate system can be categorized in two ways. First one is our world coordinate system. And second one is viewport coordinate system. So the object which we can see in our surroundings, all those objects belongs to the world coordinate system. Okay. Now, when we project any object or when we want to view the object with the help of the monitor or with the help of some image, in that case, that object is converted from the world coordinate system to the viewport coordinate system. And one important observation you can see that in case of world coordinate, the object which we can see in our surrounding in our world coordinate system, all the objects we can viewed in 3D form. So objects are in 3D form. But whenever we project the object in monitor or on screen, in that case, or if we capture some image, then all the objects which was in the 3D form, those objects will be converted into the two-dimensional form, in the form of the two-dimensional object. So that means when we want to project, when we want to view the object from the world coordinate system which belongs to the world coordinate system into the viewport coordinate system, in that case the object will be converted from three-dimensional to two-dimensional. So this conversion is called the projection. Fine. So what is projection? The projection is a process through which we can convert the object from, in general, n-dimensional to the n-1 dimensional. So in this example, in this case, we are converting the object from the three-dimensional to the two-dimensional object. So here we can say the process of conversion of 3D object to a 2D screen is known as the projection. Fine. So in generalized form, so I am writing the definition. So what is our projection? The process of conversion of 3D image to a 2D screen is called projection. Fine. So here we are dealing with the 3D projection. That means we are converting we will project a 3D image into a 2D screen. Fine. Now, actually in generalized form, this projection can be defined a process of conversion on image which is in n-dimensional. So in case of 3D, we will replace it by ND. So the process of conversion of ND image to a 2D will be converted by n-1D. The process of conversion of an ND image to a n-1D screen is called projection. Okay. Now, before going to the details of the projection, I will discuss some basic terminologies which are related with the projection. Okay. So, first I will discuss the basic terminologies. So, what are those basic terminologies? Basic Okay. Now, the basic terminologies, the first one is called the center of projection. Fine. So this is called center of projection. Fine. So this is the first terms, which is first points, main terms, which is very much related with the projection. Now, what is the center of projection? So you can see that if there is a line like this one, so consider the straight line like this one, and if we want to project the straight line on a screen which is present over here, make it smaller, change the color. So consider we have a screen over there and we want to project this line. This is a line segment on the screen. So how we can project the line segment on the screen? So there must be a rays which will be drawn. Okay, so forget about, suppose another important thing is that there is an eye at this point. So this is, there is a eye which is present over here. Fine. So this eye is observing the straight line on this screen. So we can consider this is a point from where the light source are coming, or instead of eye there may be a candle. Fine. So there is some light source is there. So consider there is a candle. So from this candle a light sources are coming, so they are falling on the line, and this line is creating the obstacle, and the image of this line we can see on the screen. Fine. So this light is coming from this particular point. So as per the law, you know, when the light will pass through an obstacle, so a shadow will be formed. So consider the this shadow will be formed like this one. So in this case, you can see that there is another line, a straight line, which is passing from this, and you can see the shadow is formed like this one. So this is a just rough sketching. So you can see the shadow will be formed like this one. So this one is the image of the projected line. So here you can see this is considered there is a line L1 and a light source is coming from this point, and all the lights are obstacled. This is a line instead of line you can consider a stick. The light sources are coming, passing through from here, coming from here. This is a source, and due to these obstacles the light sources cannot pass, so light are passing in this way. Now if you can place a curtain over here, then the image of this stick will be formed over there. So this is the projection. So this is our projection of the stick. Fine. Now in this example, these light sources from where we are viewing the projection of the stick on the curtain, so this point is called the center of projection. Okay, so how we can define the center of projection? So in general, we can define the center of projection is nothing but a point from where projection is taken. So we are here in this example, we are taking the projection from this particular point. Let us say this point is P. So we are taking the projection from this point P, and this projection is created on the screen. Fine. Now there is another important term which is called the projection plane. So the next topic is called the next terminology is called the projection plane. So in this example, you can see the projection of this stick is formed on a curtain or on a surface. Let us say this is a surface where the projection of the stick was formed. So this surface is called the projection plane. Okay. So the plane on which the projection of the object is formed is called the projection plane. So in this example, this surface is the projection plane. Clear? Now the third one is called the projectors. So what is the projectors? So here in this example, you can see those light sources are coming from this candle, and it is obstacled by the stick. So those light sources are called the projectors. Fine. So projectors in case of graphics is called the lines that are emerging, that is coming from the center of projection and hitting the projection plane. So here you can see those lines are coming from this candle and it is hitting the projection plane. So these two lines are called the projectors. Fine. Now the projection, there is also another important term which is called the parallel projection. Parallel projection, that is also very important. And the next one is called the perspective projection. Okay. So we will discuss the parallel projection and the perspective projection one after another. So first we will discuss the parallel projection. Fine. Now in case of parallel projection, the coordinate positions are transformed to a view plane in parallel lines. Or in very simple terms, that here you can see in case of parallel projection, the projectors. So here these two are the projectors. So you can say those lines are the projectors. So in case of parallel projection, the projectors are parallel to each other and they will meet at infinity. So in this example is not showing the parallel projection. Fine. Because here you can see the light sources or the projectors are meeting at the point P. But in case of parallel projection, the projectors will not meet any point, they will meet at infinity. Fine. So we can also draw the parallel projection. So I am showing you an example of the parallel projection. Let us consider there is another stick and this is also a viewing screen or projectors, which you can say views projection plane where the projection will be taken. Now the light sources are coming from this stick and the projectors are parallel to each other. That means here light source may be anywhere and from those light sources the lights are coming and the projection is taken on the projection plane. And here you can see one important thing, that the projectors, that means these two lines are parallel to each other, where in this example you can see these two projectors are not parallel to each other, they are meeting at the point P. But here in this example, so the light sources are coming from somewhere over here. So there, this entire region is the light sources. Light sources are coming from over here, and the projectors are parallel to each other. And when they fall on the projection plane, it will create the image with the same length, same height, and or the same length. So in this example, here you can see this projection. Okay, the projection which is formed on this surface for this particular line, let us say this is line 2. So for the line 2, whatever the projection is formed on this over here, the length of this line 2 and the length of this projection, this is same, this is equal. So that is, this type of projection is called the parallel projection. Fine. So parallel projection is a projection where the projectors are parallel to each others and they will meet. So if we extend it on the other side, we will assume that they will meet at infinity. So one of the real life example of the parallel projection is a train line. So if you observe from the, if you stand on the rail line track and if you observe, you can see that the rail lines, the tracks are going from each other, and it seems that they will meet somewhere in the horizon. So this is a real line, this is a real life example of parallel projection. Fine. Now next I will discuss the perspective projection. So in case of perspective projection, here you can see this is an example of the perspective projection. So here the light sources are coming from this projection. Basically the projections are taken from the center of projection. So here you can say that P is the center of projections, and the projectors are taken, projectors are for passing through the line L1, and the projection is taken on the projection plane, and this L1 dash is the projection of the line L1. So in case of perspective projection, if you change the position of the projection plane, the size of the projected object will vary, which is not true for the parallel projection. So in case of parallel projection, if you change the position of the projection plane, then the size of the projected object will not vary. But in case of perspective projection, if you change the position of the projection plane, so that means instead of putting the projection plane over here, if we put the projection plane somewhere here, so let us say we are putting the projection plane over here. Okay, so if you put the projection plane over here, definitely you can see that your projection will be taken somewhere here. Okay, something like that. So the same, for the same object, as you move the projection plane, as you change the position of the projection plane, so the projection which you will take is now the size of the line, the projected line is bigger compared to the previous projection. So let us say this is a projection plane which is taken at position T, and this is taken at position T1. Fine. So if we take the projection at the position T, so you can get, this is a projected line, but as you change the position, if you take the projection plane far away from the projection center, the size of the projected image will also increase. Fine. So this type of projection is called the perspective projection. Fine. Now next we will discuss the different types of the projection. Fine. So which is called the categories of projection. Categories of projection. Now, basically, the projections are of different type, mainly are of two types. So we will write down the projection. So far we have discussed, you can see that projections are of two types. The first one is the parallel projection, and the second one is the perspective projection. Fine. Parallel projection and perspective projection. Now, the parallel projection again divided into two main categories, which is called the orthographic projection, and second one is called the oblique projection. Fine. So the parallel projection again can be divided in two categories. The first one is called orthographic projection, and the second one is called the oblique projection, like UUE, oblique projection. Now, this oblique orthographic projection, first we'll categorize orthographic projection. The orthographic projection again divided into three categories depending on the view placement of the viewpoints. So they are the top view, front view, and the last one is side view. And oblique projections are basically of two types, which is called the Cavalier projection and second one is called the cabinet projection, right? So I will discuss each of them. So basically the projections are of two types, parallel projection and perspective projection. Parallel projection can be categorized in two ways. One is orthographic projection, second one is oblique projection. Orthographic projection can be divided into three categories: top view, front view, and side view. And oblique projection again are of two types. One is called the Cavalier projection and the second one is called the cabinet projection. Fine. Now, the perspective projection can be again divided into three categories. One is called the one point. That means one principal vanishing point. Next one is 2 point, which is called the two principal vanishing point. And the last one is a 3 point. So perspective projection can be divided into three categories, which is called the 1 point. Next one is 2 point. And the last one is 3 point. Okay. So this is all about the categories of projection. Fine. So the major difference so far we have discussed what are the major differences between parallel projection and perspective projection. So you can see from previous two diagrams that in case of parallel projection, the projection is the center. The projection in parallel projection, the center of the projection, that means where the projectors or lines will meet, the center of the projection is at infinity. But in case of perspective projection, the center of the projection is at finite distance. Fine. Now, in case of parallel projection, the projectors will not meet each other. They will meet at infinity. But in case of parallel projection, perspective projection, the projectors are not parallel to each other. Fine. And one of the major difference between parallel projection and the perspective projection is that in case of parallel projection, its view is realistic, but in case of perspective projection, the view is not realistic. Because as you can see, the size of that object, so as we are increasing as we are as we are placing the projection plane far away from the object, the size of the projection will also increasing. That means the view of the you cannot understand by observing the projected image. You cannot determine what is the size of the actual object. But in case of parallel projection, as if you remove the projection plane far away from the object, still the size of the projected object will remain fixed. So that means the parallel projection is quite realistic compared to the perspective projection. Okay. Now, and the last one, the major difference between the parallel projection and the perspective projection is that, so parallel projection basically used for the exact measurement of the object. So if we require the exact measurement of the object, in that case we will perform the parallel projection. And if the exact measurement of the object is not required, if we want to project something and if you want to zoom the object, in that case we can use the perspective projection. Okay. So that is all about the projections, perspective projection and parallel projection. Now we will discuss another important topic, which is called the vanishing point. So as you can see from this image that there are two lines, and as we know that lines are always parallel to each other, but if we observe from these particular points, we can see, it seems to us that the lines are meeting somewhere over here. Fine. So this is called the points where these two lines will meet each other, but which is not real. So this point is basically called the vanishing point. Fine. So this vanishing point is basically exist for the parallel projection. So this vanishing point is not present in case of perspective projection, because in case of perspective projection, the projectors will always meet each other in the projection center. But in case of parallel projection, the projectors are not parallel to each other and they will never meet, and it is assumed that they will meet at infinity. Fine. So this vanishing point exists for the parallel projection, and which gives us a view or assumption that those two parallel projectors will meet at infinity. Fine. So that is all about the projections and different types of projection and the projection related terminologies. Okay. So in the next class, I will discuss the oblique projection and how we can project an object with the help of the oblique projection.